Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to session 4 of Smart Start, brought to you by the Division of Student Services and Development as part of your first year experience at the UWI St. Augustine Campus. I am Gerald Alder, Manager of Student Engagement, and today I am joined by a wider cross-section of the dynamic DSSD team at our campus. And together we will guide you through what I trust would be yet another insightful and enjoyable session today. So for those of you who were here with us for last week's session and all FYE events thus far for the season, we say welcome back. You should be proud at this stage. So take a moment to pat yourself on the back and know that we are always very happy to have you. To those of you who are new here, joining us this week for the very first time, we say an extra special welcome to you. Welcome to Smart Start and welcome to the First Year Experience program. We are truly honored that you have chosen us at the UWI St. Augustine Campus for your university experience. And through our First Year Experience program, which we refer to as FYE, we are indeed very committed to ensuring that you transition successfully to your first year of study with us and beyond. So students, incoming students, at last week's session of Smart Start, a very timely and important conversation was had on academic readiness, in which strategies were shared on how to effectively prepare and how to achieve academic success at university. The opportunity was also presented for you to engage with deputy deans and administrators within your respective faculty who spent some time discussing expectations of you as incoming university students and introducing you as well to the academic advising process that you will soon be engaged in. So of course, if you missed this session, or you would simply like a recap of the information that was shared, we are pleased to advise that this video recording will be available on our FYE YouTube channel, perhaps at the end of today, if not latest tomorrow. So you definitely want to stay tuned for that. For our final session today in this, our Smart Start series, our discussions will be focused on maximizing your UWI experience with the DSSD, helping you to understand the importance of seeking out a holistic approach both to your development and your experience as a first-year university student. And today we'll introduce you to some of the resources and the support services, programs, initiatives, and opportunities that are all available to you across the 9 departments at our campus's Division of Student Services and Development, or the DSSD, in an effort to empower and help you succeed at the highest levels. I want to start this conversation off today by asking you students to think about one experience or an opportunity outside of academics that you would like to be exposed to in your first year of study. So I'm going to give you a moment to think about it. What's one opportunity or one experience that you want to have at university outside of academics? Think about it for a moment. And if our chat is open, feel free to place your thoughts in the chat, all right? We'll definitely love to hear from you. To ensure that you have the absolute best experience today, we ask that you keep your microphones muted until the designated Q&A segment. You are free to turn your cameras on at the appropriate time. And of course, be sure to engage with us as we are here to support you. So now that I've shared some information with you on what you can expect today, we will get started with a welcome message to all new students from our director at the Division of Student Services and Development, Dr. Deirdre Charles. So Dr. Charles, I'm handing over to you.
It brings me great joy to extend a warm welcome to you as you embark on your first year of study at the UWI St. Augustine Campus. This marks the beginning of an immensely rewarding and transformative journey in your life. You are now a cherished member of the UWI family, and we are thrilled to support your self-discovery, holistic development, and future success. Your first year of university holds significant importance, as I assure you that your first year experience program, FYE, which you will soon be acquainted with, will equip you with the necessary tools and confidence to achieve success. Orientation and the FYE program are crucial in establishing a solid foundation for your academic journey. Through the FYE program, you will comfortably transition into university life, access vital information, and be introduced to key campus resources, student services, tailored specifically for your needs. Additionally, you will have the invaluable opportunity to meet your fellow first-year students who share the same experiences and aspirations. Together, you can embark on this journey and forge a sense of community and develop lifelong friendships. Your participation in FYE would prepare you in numerous ways and encourage you throughout your university experience. We encourage you to get involved and proudly embrace your Pelican pride. On behalf of the Division of Student Services and Development, I extend a heartfelt congratulations to you. We eagerly anticipate partnering with you to achieve your goals and ensure that your time at UWI St. Augustine is an exceptional one. Once again, welcome to our university community.
It's a very warm welcome from our director, Dr. Charles, and we can show some love in the chat for Dr. Charles. And you will soon get to meet her in person. I know that she's on with us. So we're definitely sending some love to her in the chat. Again, reinforcing that as a division, we are committed to ensuring that you succeed throughout your university experience. So once again, we want to say sincere thanks to our director, Dr. Deirdre Charles. So students, I mentioned that today we'll be talking about maximizing your UA experience with the DSST. And I mentioned that there are 9 departments within our division working cohesively to support your success. It's my pleasure for us to kick things off today with a conversation on living the good whole life. Please help me welcome my colleague, Mr. Kevin Snacks from the Student Accommodation Office, our manager at the Student Accommodation Office, to share with you about residential life at the St. Augustine Campus. So, Mr. Snacks, I'm handing over to you.
Thank you, Gerald. Welcome, everyone. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to join you all today. Today, we're going to spend a little time to talk about the experience of living on hall. The excitement that goes with that. I want to get started first of all by sharing a video with you of hall life.
Hold on.
Great stuff. I'm glad we started with that video. Our Interhall Sports Day is held in the second semester, and it's sort of one of the highlights of our academic year. Living on Hall. What can I say about Living on Hall? Living on Hall, I think it really emphasizes what it means to be living on campus, to be part of a campus community. Being part of a whole community, you get the opportunity to meet so many new people, make friends from around the region, people from different faculties, different ethnic backgrounds, etc. You get the opportunity also to be part of a wide variety of activities, all of those out of classroom experiences. So, for example, on campus, there are things like this. Well, the sports that you saw, we have clubs. There's lots of social activities, concerts. All these things being here on campus gives you the opportunity to really fully immerse you in those experiences. The other thing is that you're transitioning from your secondary school experience into the university experience. And one of the things that we do on Hall is provide you a safe environment for you to learn to become a university student, to experience new things, and also allow you to make mistakes and have people there to assist you. How do we create this community on Hall? I think community on Hall is created by really the different parties that make up the hall. The first one is the administration. Each hall is managed by a hall supervisor, a hall manager, an administrative team. This team is here Monday to Friday. The hall managers are available during the weekend as well. And they're there to support you with all the administrative sides of your operations, getting you checked in, making sure that your rooms are maintenance is taken care of, and all the integrity of living in a facility. In addition to the administrative staff, we also have what we call our hall porters, or our front desk staff. 24 hours, there's someone at the desk who is there in case of anything. So when you arrive on Hall, you would meet the porter. They're there at the entrance. If you need to, if there's something wrong, there's someone always there. You come down to the desk and they're there 24/7. So there's always someone on the property to care for you and to pick up the pieces if something goes wrong. On top of that, we have our student leaders. In the next couple of weeks, we're going to be doing training with our new resident assistants. Who are our resident assistants? Our resident assistants or RAs are students who come from within the hall community. They're usually either postgraduate students or final year students who have been trained in a number of different skills. First of all, they're trained in creating community. They get training on how to put together programs which encourage people to come together, get to meet one another, and also help you sort of settle in. They're also trained in orientation activities. They put on activities which help you to adjust to life at the university, and also life on living on your own in the hall. They provide guidance in terms of support facilities that are available in halls. So a lot of the halls they do sessions with the RAs on registration. You have people who are there to talk to you about what happens in your course. So, for example, if you're in the engineering faculty, one of the RAs may be from the engineering, maybe are doing a similar program to you. So they give you the experience of what they have done in the past. They're also there in case of emergency. They're trained in first aid. They are fire wardens. So if anything goes wrong, they're there to pick up the pieces. And finally, there's someone to talk to. One of the hardest parts of moving out on your own is really sometimes it can be a bit lonely. In that period between coming in and making a new group of friends, can be a bit lonely. So, you have someone that you have met early on that you can knock on their door, they will come knocking on your door just to talk to and have a friendly face to be there for you. And finally, we have our hall committee. The hall committee are also students who live on hall, who have been elected by the hall to represent you as part of the student guild. The hall committee usually consists of a hall chair, a deputy chair, a PRO, a sports representative, a secretary, a treasurer, and a few other roles. And they really are, for me, they're the heart of the hall. They're the ones who put on all the different sort of social activities. So just giving you an example, over the last year, the hall committee, they would have done fun activities at the start for orientation. They would do things like inviting all residents and coming together to go to parties. There's the fresher parties. There are different parties that are put on by clubs in the area. So they do that. They do things like tours of the island. They do trips to the beach. They will do things like going to the cinema. They will host movie nights and games nights. And then some more sort of structured activities. They'll do like debate competitions. They tend to have their own sports day in preparation for the inter-hall sports day. So there's a whole range of activities that they put on. Really something for everyone. So it's and all of that is about creating community. I always tell people when I first moved on hall, a very long time ago, I went to school in the Bahamas, and it was the hall committee who were there to meet me at the airport. They brought me on. I had a big sister who was the person that I can go to for anything. And they sort of forced us to meet one another by doing all these different activities. And some of my best friends now, some of my best colleagues in my professional career have come from people I've lived on hall. And it's because of that closeness, because of that community that was created, and all these activities that we do. So I have a short time, so that's just a brief introduction. I want to tell you, if you haven't already applied to live on hall, their applications are still open. You can find us. I will put a link to the hall applications in the chat for you to check it out. It's an online application portal, so you fill out your application form. You get a link to send us your UE acceptance letter, to also pay your hall application fee. And once we have the information and there's availability in the room type that you want, we send you a hall agreement. You then have a week to return the hall agreement, and that's it. You're in. You have your hall agreement. You're signed into the hall. What I can tell you is that we have no availability currently at Canada Hall. Canada Hall is fully booked. We have some limited rooms available at Joyce Gibson Innes Hall, which is the hall at the Mount Hope campus for the medical sciences students. And we still have availability in both the single and double rooms at Freedom and at Sir Arthur Lewis Hall. So there are still rooms for you. We do all that we can to make sure that first year students find a space, but we encourage you to apply now. So look out for that link, check it out. On our website, you will find our hall fees, you'll find more information about the different things that we do on hall. And I'm really excited to meet you all and looking forward to welcome you to the halls of residence. Thank you. Back to you, Jarrell.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Snuggs. And before you go, I just want to reinforce that message. So there's room at the halls of residence for our students. So that's a key message that Mr. Snuggs shared. And Mr. Snuggs, I also want to ask if you can share with us the email address that students can reach out to should they have any inquiries following today.
So I'm going to say it out now, but I'm going to put it in the chat. You can contact me at UWI Halls, so that's UWIHALLS at sta.uwi.edu. So I'm going to drop that in the chat for you. That website, that email address comes directly to me. And I also have other people keeping an eye on it in case I'm not around. And also I will share the link to our website where the application page is, where our hall fees page are, and the information on each of the different halls. So you can really find the best room for you.
Wonderful. So students, there you have it. This is a fantastic opportunity for you. So we are encouraging you, if you have not already applied, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to form connections, to build a community, to empower yourself in a way that would be very different to you living at home. So we encourage you, consider it if you haven't done so already. We definitely have room, as you've heard from Mr. Snaps, at the UE Halls of Residence. So we encourage you to submit your application. So once again, we want to say thanks to Mr. Snaps for sharing just a preview into what hall life is like at the UE St. Augustine. So students, we are wonderful.
Enjoy the rest of the presentation, everyone.
Thank you. So we are continuing, students. We heard about hall life. Remember, we are talking about ways that you can maximize your uni experience. So we heard about residential life, and that's one way that you can help, diversify your university experience on campus. So much to gain from living on hall. And we want to shift gears now to the discussion around creating a campus without barriers. So it's my pleasure to introduce, so we are going to start with a video presentation. I will introduce you to what we fondly call the SLDD, one of our departments within the Division of Student Services and Development, after which we'll chat a little bit with Dr. Bursaries, who manages the SLDD. So let's hear from the SLDD at this time. Team, I'm handing over to you.
Welcome to the Student Life and Development Department, or the SLDD as we call it. As we invite you to take this short journey with us, you will be introduced to our department and what we offer. You should know that SLDD is the first and most important stop for high-quality academic support and personal development for the diverse populations of students at the UE St. Augustine Campus. Our watchwords are student development, student inclusivity, and student success. So, who can benefit? As we focus on creating a campus without barriers, we provide support to undergraduate and postgraduate students, mature students, full-time, part-time, and evening students, international and regional students, and students with disabilities and medical conditions. Let's learn a bit about how you can benefit.
Registration is easy, and any student of the university can access the services. Visit our website and review the suite of support services that are available. Then, complete the registration form and submit via email to sld@sta.uwi.edu. This support caters to students who experience challenges with their academic performance or a student desirous of additional support services to excel. Services are delivered through one-on-one sessions and includes time management techniques, strategies, and educational assessments.
Support services for students with disabilities and medical conditions are designed to foster inclusion in university life. These include equal access to academics, infrastructure, and university-wide programs and services. Services may include the provision of exam accommodations, classroom accommodations, the use of specialized gadgets and equipment, access to transportation services, and many more, all with the main aim of creating a campus without barriers.
Great importance is placed on support services for ensuring that the regional and international students have a positive UE experience. At the SLDD, we provide support for any challenges or matters relating to immigration and assistance for easy transition to the campus and to the country. We recognize that our postgraduate and mature students, they experience university life differently from other students, and therefore we provide a special attention for these students. Postgraduate students can access employment within the department, and both groups of students are able to access general academic support, and this gears them towards, well, ultimately achieving their highest potential.
At the Student Life and Development Department, we continue our work in creating a campus without barriers, and we look forward to engaging and supporting the diverse needs of all of our students.
So the SLDD, and I want to invite Dr. Jacqueline Huggins, Manager of the Student Life and Development Department, to just join me on screen. Dr. Huggins, welcome. How are you this afternoon?
Yes, happy to see so many students are logged on. Yes.
Wonderful. So, Dr. Huggins, creating a campus without barriers is a theme, a slogan, if you may, that we often hear. I wanted to give you the opportunity to just share a bit about that, what that means, and how that translates into the work of the SLDD.
Right. So the main thing about our department is to ensure that no student is left behind. So the services that we provide is to ensure that no student is left behind. And we ask students and we encourage students, come to us. We will guide you. In terms of your academics, because remember, your goal is to graduate with a degree. We provide academic support. Sometimes the transition from secondary to university, how we study, when we study, will be a little different. Come to our department and we will guide you. We want you to succeed. We also have a very keen interest in your development. So therefore, we provide opportunities where you can volunteer with our other students. We provide opportunities where you can be on international panels doing discussions on any areas. We provide opportunities for you to engage with staff and understand about the workplace. So students, when we look at inclusion, we want to include every student. We all come from different walks of life. We are different in many ways, and especially for persons with disabilities and medical conditions who we consider as different, we include you. We don't see difference. What we look for is how we're going to ensure that our students with disabilities are not discriminated against. They have a place. So therefore, we provide transportation. We provide accommodations within your classroom. For exam purposes, we find spaces in our department where you can come in and take a 5, because university life sometimes could be a bit much. But we provide that safe haven. We deal with student life, so all aspects of your life. And we ask students, don't be ashamed. Don't be scared. These services are free of charge and they're here for you. Don't wait until a crisis. As the video indicated, we are the first stop. As you get on board, you get into your class, visit us. We're going to guide you in terms of courses that might be giving you problems. We have postgraduate students who will work with you one-on-one. Come to us. We also do a lot of working with partnerships with other organizations, other departments. So even if you come to SLDD and we may not have that service, you're not going to leave without some form of support. We are going to refer you to the relevant department. SLDD is all about student success. It's all about student development, and it's all about the inclusion of every student on this campus. I ask you, I beseech you, and I encourage you. First up is SLDD. You ask for the Heart East Car Park, and you're going to find us right there. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed. We are here to support you until you graduate. Come to SLDD. Thank you so much for being online, and we look forward, every member of staff, we look forward to seeing you.
Wonderful. Dr. Huggins, I don't want you to go just yet. You mentioned students with disabilities and providing support for students with disabilities. So for persons who might be on, or might know someone coming in with a disability, what should be some of the first steps? How can they connect with the SLDD? What are some of the accommodations that they can look forward to as well once they registered with the SLDD?
Right. So once you're registered, you meet with me, the manager, or the staff who has responsibility for disability support. We have a nice conversation with you so we get a better sense of what your needs are. Once we understand what your needs are, you then will bring a medical from your practitioner. So that medical will indicate, okay, this student needs a special chair. This student needs extra time. Whatever your needs are, you're supposed to submit that medical. That medical will be verified with the Health Services Unit, and then an approval will be done by the chair of exams. Once that is done, you're going to get your accommodations throughout your time on campus for all your exams, even within the classroom. So, and as things change, you just keep coming into SLDD. Our email address is slddd@uwi.edu. We are open Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 4:30. We don't close on a lunchtime so that we could accommodate our students. But whatever your special needs are, we are going to provide support. Whether it's the not rental, but the loan of a wheelchair, the loan of crutches, whether it's the loan of a tape recorder to record classes, whatever your needs are, we're going to provide it. In a little while, you will see our transportation, where we assist students with mobility issues around the campus. So you just, again, register with us, inform us of your schedule, and that shuttle will take you from class to class or from any place you want to go to around the campus. So what we tend to do is to make things as accessible to you, whether it's in the classroom or whether it is in the environment. So feel free. Students with disabilities, you have a place. We have a policy that governs how you are treated on this campus. There's no discrimination and there's no leaving any student behind. The academic support that is available for every other student is also available for our students with disabilities. Whether it is being a part of an activity, even on hall, whatever activities with the guild, you are a part of that. So feel free. There is no discrimination on this campus. We are very accessible and open to the needs of our students with disabilities. Welcome all.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Huggins. And students, as Dr. Huggins makes her way off, we want to just send some love to her, and I'm seeing some love coming through. So students, you know what to do. You've heard it here for yourself, creating a campus without barriers, ensuring that everyone is included, ensuring that adequate accommodations are in place as well, so that you can attain the highest levels of success. Dr. Huggins mentioned accessible shuttle on campus, and I think that now is a really good time for us to introduce you to this resource that is available through the SLDD. So Dr. Huggins, we want to thank you once again. Students, we're encouraging you to make contact with the SLDD, register so that you can get the support that is needed. And team, and hand over to you so that we can share with our students just one of the many resources that are available to our students with disabilities and medical conditions.
Creating a campus without barriers, a mission fiercely championed by the SLDD of the Division of Student Services and Development. We are pleased to share the good news of accessible transportation available to our students with disabilities and those requiring mobility assistance.
The Student Life and Development Department's Accessible Shuttle was launched in 2019. This is one of the many initiatives that we have to provide for our students with disabilities and medical conditions. This service is very easy to access. You visit the department, you submit a medical that indicates your condition, and the accommodations that you need. Once this is approved, all you need to do is to submit a weekly schedule, which will indicate your classes. The accessible shuttle is geared towards ensuring that we provide relevant support to our students with disabilities and medical conditions as we seek to ensure that we create a campus without barriers.
To me, having the shuttle means accessibility and convenience, and I would like to thank SLDD for providing this service. And I love the shuttle driver, he's such a nice person.
Safe, reliable, and convenient, our accessible shuttle provides our students with the comfort and freedom they need to thrive and to be successful.
Right, wonderful, wonderful. So we want to say thanks again to Dr. Huggins and the entire team at the SLDD. And students, we are encouraging you to register, to engage. I'm seeing the link to the webpage for the SLDD also placed in the chat. And prior to that, you would have already also received, the link to the student accommodation page. So remember, we're talking this afternoon about ways that you can maximize your UA experience. We're talking about support services. We're talking about resources. We're talking about opportunities that are available to you through the DSSD to ensure that you succeed, to ensure that you develop holistically as you make your transition and as you navigate your first year of study with us at the UB St. Augustine Campus. So if it is that you've been sitting for the last 40 minutes, now is a good time to just shake up a little bit, ensure that you get some energy moving, because we definitely want to ensure that you're absorbing everything that we're sharing with you this afternoon, right? So doing a little stretches is good, all right? So that you can keep the focus and that you are benefiting from everything that we have to share with you this afternoon. So we heard about whole life, we heard about services available through the SLDD and resources. And I want to mention, for those of you that were present at session 2 of Smart Start, where we spoke about fees, finance, and funding, you would have been introduced to the scholarships and bursary opportunities available through our financial advisory services department. So we had Miss Christy Smith, manager of the financial advisory services, spending some time sharing with you about funding and financial freedom made possible with the support of the FAS, as we referred to that department. So if you've missed that session, we want to encourage you to visit our FYE YouTube channel. A lot of valuable information was shared with you on scholarships and bursaries. And students, I want to ask my team, if we can also share the link to the scholarships and bursaries website in the chat, as well as the link to the financial advisory services page as well, so that students can familiarize themselves with that. And of course, we're reminding you that we shared some information with you on scholarships and bursaries already in this session, this series, So we are encouraging you to get reacquainted with that info. But I do want to share that the 25th of August to the 30th of September would be the application period for you, our incoming students, for scholarships and bursaries. So we are encouraging you to visit the scholarships and bursaries website and ensure that you submit your application between the period August 25th to September 30th, so that you can possibly be awarded a scholarship. So you definitely want to take note of those dates, all right? So I want to share at this time a bit about our counseling and psychological services on campus. For those of you that were part of our very first session of Smart Start, you would have heard from our head counselor, Dr. Sarah Chinyonki. She's not here with us today, but she has prepared some advice for you as first-year students that would really help, or speaks to rather, mental health and wellness and the importance of this. So I want to hand over to my team who would share with you some remarks from Dr. Chinyonki on health and well-being.
I'm Dr. Sarah Chinyonki. I work at the Counselling and Psychological Service at the UB St. Augustine Campus. I work with a lovely bunch of people, and we offer free, strictly confidential support and therapy for students at the campus. So If you feel like you just need someone to talk to, if you're having any particular difficulties, we're there for basically anything other than financial support. First of all, well done. You've worked really hard to be here, and we're so happy that you chose to come to UE. What I want to say to you is settling into university life is a bit of a process. It doesn't happen overnight the minute you move into hall or find out where your classes are, right? And like most new relationships, it starts off really nicely, everything's good, everything's exciting, and then no problems. But what you might find is that further along, maybe it's a little harder to make friends than you thought, maybe the courses aren't what you hoped for, or maybe actually the work is harder than you expected, and you might start to doubt yourself. So feeling overwhelmed, feeling a little bit lonely, and a lot of self-doubt, that happens, right? So first things first, be patient with yourself. You're not going to find your groove by day 3. And that's why we keep an eye out for you long after the first few weeks of orientation, right? So the first year experience, right, hosts a number of activities and events that help you navigate different aspects of campus life and really settle in and find yourself. So my first tip for you is to be as open as you reasonably can to new people, to new experiences, maybe new aspects of yourself that you didn't know. Regardless of your degree, being in university is about broadening your perspectives. So don't stick under your old friends only. Make new friends, friends from different faculties. Learn a language at CLL so you can travel later, you know? So for my second tip, I asked a bunch of people if they had a do-over for university, what would they do differently? And they almost all said they'd be more involved. So that's my second tip, get involved. Join up the gym. Learn to play tennis on the courts. And if that's not your thing, you can sign up for alternative break with C3. You could do a co-curricular course. You could even learn the steel pan. So the bottom line is, follow DSSD on Instagram so you don't miss out on the activities that they have going, right? Also check your UE emails because a lot of promotion of activities happens there. So don't miss out. Now, my third and final tip, keep your eye on the prize. Some of you are here because your degree is a really important pathway to what you want in the end, which might be a career you're looking forward to. So while you're getting involved, make sure that you make time for your studies. And if you're having any problems, do reach out for guidance. You have academic advising. If your course isn't what it's cracked up to be and you're not sure what you're going to do next, go to the career advising unit. You can think about transferring to a different program, even a different faculty, if you kind of figure out where you are and need to review things, right? There's a creative writing center. There's SLDD that will help you with study plans, time scheduling, and things like that, if that would be helpful. So while you're here, see what's available. Make sure that you don't miss out on something that might help you or actually might help a friend in need. So for me and all of us at DSSD, welcome. And we wish you the very best of experiences while you're here at UE.
All right, so we are showing some love to Dr. Chinyanki, and we are also sharing with you the link to the Counselling and Psychological Services department on webpage. We're sharing that link in the chat with you so that you can visit and that you can get familiar with the services that are available through what we call CAPS, booking an appointment to meet with a counselor. So this is definitely something that we want to encourage you to do. All right. And as you're seeing in the chat, the link to the CAPS webpage is there for you to engage with. But I'm happy for us to continue with our program. We will hear now from the Careers, Co-Curricular and Community Engagement team, which we fondly refer to as C3, another one of our departments within the Division of Student Services and Development. It's my pleasure to invite my colleague. She is a Senior Student Services Assistant at the DSSD. She is Ms. Nandi Mitchell, and she's here with you to share about how you can level up with the C3. So Nandi, I'm handing over to you.
Thanks so much, Gerald. Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome. So happy to see so many of you all here this afternoon, and congrats for choosing UE and accepting to come to this campus. You've made an excellent choice, and the DSSD is number one reason why, this is a great place to be, because we are all about student support and helping you. And I'm going to share with you my department, the Careers, Co-Curricular and Community Engagement department, and tell you about what we do and how we can support you while you are here on the campus. So I'm going to share my presentation. Just as Gerald said, Careers, Co-Curricular and Community Engagement is a long name, so just think of us as C3 for short. And what we are all about in our department is we want to ensure that you are workplace ready. We provide you with interventions and opportunities designed to help you transition and thrive in the workplace with confidence. So what does that mean? What we want to do is prepare you for the workplace. You're here, you're getting your degree, but there's so many other things that you need to do that will make you ready for the workplace upon graduation, right? So we have a series of different activities all about building your skills to get you ready, building your soft skills, transferable skills, or what I like to call your power skills that's going to set you apart and make you ready for the workplace. So how do we do that? Well, we have 3 units within our department. And first, I'm going to talk about the careers and placement unit. And we have a lot of different activities, particularly for you in your first year. We have our career advice program where you get to do career assessments. We help you with your resume. We do different things. And then we continue into our second year for our second year students, the executive transition program, which just helps you to level up to become even more ready for the professional world, where you earn a certificate, something you could put on your resume. And then we have our World of Work program, which is for our final year students, where we help you get ready for interviews. We invite corporate Trinidad to come and volunteer their time. They do interviews with you. They give you advice. We help you with preparing for just different things to be ready for the working world, right? And we end and we culminate everything with our recruitment fair, our World of Work recruitment fair. And I have to say, we also help students get internships during the vacation period. We have our semester employment. So if you're interested in working on campus, earning a stipend that's going to help you get through the academic year, we provide you with those opportunities as well. So that's our careers and placement section. And then we have our community engagement section. And community engagement is all about being civically minded, civically aware, and just being aware of the community around you. As university students, we really think it's important to give back to the wider society. And through community engagement, we connect with different NGOs where you have the opportunity to volunteer, spend time doing different things to give back. And we have a number of NGOs depending on what your areas of interest are. If you like to work with animals, if you're into mentorship, if you're into arts and theater, literacy, we have a variety of NGOs where you can get involved. And we have a volunteer open day where you can meet with these persons and sign up to volunteer your time. We also have our ACE students who we train to help with volunteering, and they go on a trip called Alternative Break, where they get to experience a different culture in a different place and also give back to the community in those areas. So really, really important. And the key thing to think about is building your skills, right? So through careers and placement, through community engagement, you get the opportunity to build those outside of the classroom skills. And then finally, we have our co-curricular courses. So our co-curricular courses is all about being well-rounded and being a balanced you. It's a really great way to gain additional skills that go along with your career ambitions, or even to take a break from the rigors of academic work and do something fun, something exciting. So you see here, steel pan, we have the basics of steel pan. You could learn to It's an introductory co-curricular course where you can learn to play the pan. We have our sign language course, which is one of our popular ones. We have our public speaking and voice training course. So again, if in terms of your career, you're seeing a connection with speaking in public, engaging with persons, this is a great course to do to build those skills even further. We have Microsoft courses, Excel, PowerPoint, Word, where you can get accredited for those courses. And we also have things like Minding the Gap. So again, that course is all about mental health and wellness. So really great courses to do that's just going to help you build your life skills and prepare you even better for the working world. So what I want to say is, when you work through us with careers and placement, co-curricular courses, and our community engagement department, we want you to become that distinctive UE graduate. In fact, when you get involved with the DSSD in general, it's going to help you to become that distinctive UE graduate, where you're going to be that creative and critical thinker, IT skilled and information literate, globally aware and well-rounded, socially and culturally and environmentally responsible. We talk to recruiters all the time, and they're looking for persons who have these soft skills, and experiences are going to get you to have those skills. Also, we have being an effective communicator with good interpersonal skills, innovative and entrepreneurial minded, and being guided by strong ethical values. So we really want you to get involved. Visit us at Careers Co-Curricular Community Engagement, C3 for short, where you could learn how to get those skills and just build your confidence so that by the time you're ready to graduate, you're talking to recruiters, you're giving them your resume, you have your LinkedIn profile, all of those things we can help you to develop. So don't just believe me. I have some students, past students with us, who are going to share their experience with you that they had when they were students and interacted with our department. So firstly, I'm going to introduce you to Faith Brito, and she's going to share with you her experience with the C3 department.
Good afternoon, everyone, and congratulations on your acceptance into the University of the West Indies St. Augustine Campus. I know everyone would have reiterated the point, but I'll say it again. We are really excited for you to be here. As Ms. Mitchell mentioned, there are 3 sections to C3, and I'll speak on my experience with the Careers and Placement unit. I was fortunate to have gone through all 3 of the programs that they offer. So the Career Advice Program, the Executive Transition Program, and World of Work. I'll say that there's no expectation that you're coming into your first year having 10 years of experience and increasing profits by 200%. You get that experience here. You don't have to go out looking for recruiters or looking for job opportunities. They bring those persons to you, and you just have to utilize and grasp those opportunities. Through completing the Executive Transition Program, I was called to be a student career facilitator, and my cohort of student career facilitators were essentially the guinea pigs for the mentorship program, where they directly matched us to somebody in the field that we were interested in. And working with my mentor, I was in my final year, and within my final year, after completing my degree, I worked with my mentor in a neuro innovation company that merged neuropsychology and technology. So that was a really great experience. And even with the World of Work program, there is a VIP cocktail. I'm not sure if they're going to do that for your year, eventually when you reach your 3rd year of your studies, but you get to interact directly with professionals from your fields and other fields as well, and get that experience networking and speaking to individuals. Take hold of all the opportunities that you have. These experiences allow you to be in the room, sit at the same table with persons that you see in corporate Trinidad, and even persons that you're seeing like on the news or on the television screen. I've been in conversations and meetings with pediatric neuropsychologists and crime analysts and forensic psychologists. So really grab hold of these opportunities. Before I go, I'll just leave you with a bit of advice. Yes, set up your emails, but make sure you're checking your emails so that you're not missing when the opportunities come out, especially if you know that job opportunities is something that you'd be interested in. Look out for the email on student employment. I hope that your experience is great and even better than mine. And congratulations again. I'll hand you back over to Ms. Mitchell.
Thank you so much, Faith. So guys, you heard it from one of our students who've experienced with us. And now I'm going to introduce you all to Brittany, who is going to talk to you about her experience with our department as well.
So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Brittany Hussein, and I am the CSME Specialist at the Ministry of Foreign and Curriculum Affairs, and I am a proud UE graduate. One of the most unforgettable and rewarding experiences I had during my time at the UE was participating in the Alternative Break program. In 2017, I was fortunate to travel to Grenada through this program, and what I loved the most was that it offered both a learning aspect and a cultural aspect, allowing me to grow both personally and academically. On the learning side, we had the opportunity to deliver motivational lectures to students at the McDonald College in Grenada, where we spoke about the value of education, why it matters, how it opens doors, and how it empowers individuals and communities. That experience was truly fulfilling, especially as it gave us the chance to directly inspire young minds. We also worked with the Grenada Community Development Agency, which is Grand Coda, on a painting and landscaping project. That initiative was originally launched under the Millennium Development Goals to help eradicate extreme poverty and hunger, and continues today under the SDGs. As an international relations student, being a part of this real life development work helped me to connect theory to practice. And of course, there was a cultural side. We got to enjoy the beautiful beaches, experience Grenadian cuisine, and immerse ourselves in the vibrant culture of another CARICOM member state, which was such a powerful reminder of the richness of our region. So, for incoming students, I strongly encourage you to take advantage of opportunities like this. Programs like the Alternative Break, it gives you more than just a change of scenery. It builds your resume and it expands your network and develops soft skills which are vital in today's job market. So, thank you, and I will hand you back over to Ms. Griffith.
Okay, thank you so much, Brittany. And every other year we do an alternative break. And this year, this academic year, 2025, 2026, we are planning our next trip. So you never know, you may be selected. So again, excellent advice from Faith. Check your student email account. That's where the opportunities come. When I was a student, I had another student tell me, don't check your email, it's just spam. That was the worst advice I could have gotten. So the best advice, check your student emails, all those opportunities, applications for semester employment, applications to be part of the alternative break, all of those things are going to come through your student email. So keep a lookout, and I wish you guys all the best. Welcome again to the campus. Don't be a stranger, reach out to us. We have our website. Send us a message, and we're really happy to meet and engage with you all this academic year.
All right, let's hear it from Miss Mitchell. We're sending some love to the C3 team. Miss Mitchell, we heard from Brittany, we heard from Faith, and I want to ask Miss Mitchell to join me on screen. So many opportunities available through C3, careers, co-curricular, and community engagement. And Ms. Mitchell, we want to say thank you for just sharing a preview. I wondered what are some actual like programs or initiatives or events that persons can look forward to in the first semester, or maybe first semester and second semester?
First semester. Okay, so we are totally revamping our career advice program. So one of the first activities that our first year students are going to be doing is a career assessment. I know a lot of times, even though we've signed up, we know what degree program we're getting into, sometimes we're still not sure how to connect that to a career, or we're still not sure what exactly we want to do. So the career assessment is a really great place to start, where you start to think about your interests, your values, your personality, and how all of those things can combine to form your unique career path. Because that's really important too. So many of you all may be doing an accounting degree. So many of you all may be doing a degree in psychology, but everybody's career path is unique, right? So the career assessment is the first activity. And then we're going to be breaking students up into small groups. You're going to get a chance to interact with each other and team leads. And you're going to start formulating your career plan. We're going to put it into practice, essentially. So we're going to have a career planning workshop, and you're going to be able to learn about key skills. One of the things that we keep track of is the skills, or are the skills that employers are looking for. And these are the skills, regardless of what degree you are pursuing, These are the power skills, as I said earlier, that employers are looking for. We want to make sure that you all are aware of those skills and that you all are seeing how your degree program is connected to those skills and how activities outside of the classroom can help you build those skills. So we really have an exciting year planned for our first year students and really looking forward. So we're going to be promoting this via email. We're going to be promoting this at academic advising. So you want to look out for that. Sign up for the career advice program where you're going to get more information about that.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, Ms. Michelle, we want to say thank you so very much. I know that Co-Curricular Open Day and Volunteer Open Day are also two events that students can look forward to
Yes,
as they
indeed.
start out with us. So, any final words you want to share with persons as well as contact information for C3?
Okay, so you can reach out to us on our website. We have our contact information there. So I think that's the easiest thing. They can share that your team can share that in the chat. And final words I would say is, it's going to be an exciting ride. Sometimes it's going to have challenges there, but we are here to support you, and your success is our success, as I like to say. So just look out for all the different activities. Pace yourself, right? Don't feel like you have to do everything all at once. Pace yourself, and always reach out to any member of staff in C3 or the DSSD. We are definitely here to help and support you.
Wonderful. There you have it. So, Ms. Mitchell, we want to say thank you again for sharing with us. And students, we're going to keep the love going for the C3 team and all of the DSSD. All right, you've been hearing again about all of the support services, all of the resources, the opportunities, the programs, the varying ways that you can really feel empowered and become your best self during your time at university. So we're encouraging you to partner with us at the DSSD, the Division of Student Services and Development. And if you're not already following us on Instagram, and now is a good time to do so, right? Now is a good time to do so. So please head over to Instagram, follow us, ensure that you are staying updated with everything that we have. And as you heard before, staying tuned to your emails is a very, very important part of this entire experience, because that's where you will get information. That's our primary mode of communicating with you. All right, so you definitely want to ensure that as you're transitioning, that you're paying attention. And the fact that you're here signals that you are ready to embrace all that the UWI has to offer. So we want to congratulate you on that, and we want to encourage you to keep that momentum. All right, so at the DSSD, we pride ourselves in being strategic partners in your learning, in your development, and in your success. All right, so all we ask is that you avail yourselves to the opportunities that we have available to us. I want to acknowledge that we have a fantastic student activity center at our campus. Some of you who may have visited before may have participated in a tour. It would have been one of the spots on campus that you would have been introduced to. And I want to share on behalf of Mr. Mike, Mr. Curtis Mike, who is the manager at the Student Activity Center. He's not on with us today, at least not on camera, but definitely to let you know that it's a space that you want to be in, from recreation to accessing study rooms, to locker rentals, and the list goes on. So it's definitely a place that encourages for community building as well. It's a place that you can do so many different things. And a lot of you earlier mentioned wanting to be part of clubs, and you'll find that SAC is the home to so many different things, all right, including club activities. So we definitely want to encourage you that once you get here, to get familiar with the space and understand the services that are available to you, so that you too can benefit from all that we have to offer. And speaking of club engagement, You also heard about the Guild, not just today, but you've been hearing about the Guild Council since we launched our First Year Experience program. And it's my pleasure to invite a dear colleague of mine. She is the manager of the Guild Administrative Office, who will share with you today a preview into student leadership, a very, very important function for us at the DSST. So I want to invite Miss Amanda Best-Noel to share with you at this time. So Miss Best-Noel, I'm handing over to you.
Thank you so much, Jarrell, and a very special welcome to all of our new students. We are so delighted that you have chosen the UWI as your space to grow, develop, learn, and we're really just happy to welcome you to this community. Our community is wonderful. And I want to say to you that the Guild Administrative Office, we really support student leadership, particularly Guild members in terms of their onboarding, in terms of their understanding of processes within the institution. And so for those outside of the Guild space and those who are members of clubs and associations or who just decide to lead in your own communities, we say to you, it's a step in the right direction. And so my office is really here to support student leadership and student leadership development on our campus. And that means a lot of things for a lot of different people. But what is consistent in this narrative in terms of development yourself as a leader is getting involved, being engaged and staying engaged throughout your university experience. And so like Ms. Mitchell in C3, we're not saying to you to join every single club on campus, but we are saying to you to find interests that are important to you, to step out of your comfort zone and find a club that matters to you, something that you might have been thinking about but not too sure about and want to learn more about, there is an option for you. And so apart from the clubs, we also want to really just invite our students to participate in out of classroom learning. And so you might want to do something in your community. Yes, we are challenging you to do that. We are also challenging you to get involved in terms of leadership development as a student. And there's so many opportunities, conference opportunities, there are opportunities locally, regionally, internationally for you to develop your leadership capacity. And so today, I also have on the call Ms. Enola Archer, who's the Guild's Vice President. And I think there's no one else who's amazing to speak to you about club life and involvement or life on the Guild than Ms. Archer. Enola?
Thank you so much, Ms. Best-Noel. Hi, everybody. My name is Anila Archer, and I have the honor of serving as your Guild Vice President during this academic year. I'm so excited to welcome each and every one of you to this new chapter of your journey at the UWI. So, as Ms. Best would have mentioned, the Guild of Students is the highest form of student representation that we have on campus. It exists to serve you, to advocate for you, to ensure that your voice is heard. And my office specifically is responsible for overseeing all clubs and societies, as well as handling student concerns, feedback, and complaints, where it's finding where you fit in or getting support when something doesn't feel right. We are here to help you. So now let's talk about the heart of our student life, our clubs and societies. Every single registered club at UWI falls under the Guild Vice President. And when I say all, I mean over 80 active clubs and societies. These range from academic and educational communities to things that are more niches, and they are based on your passions and interest-based spaces like photography, dance, gaming, advocacy. There's a place for every single one of you. So clubs play a major role in shaping your experience at the UWI. Yes, you're here to get your degree, and yes, classes are important, but clubs are where your degree starts to feel real. You gain leadership skills, you learn how to work in teams, you plan events, manage projects, and most importantly, you grow. The friendships and networks you build here can carry you far beyond your graduation. Let me take you back to when I first started then. Like many of you, I was focused on my academics. I told myself, okay, I'm going to join the psychology club because that's my major. That makes sense, right? But what surprised me is how different the experience was when I walked into my first club meeting. Unlike the lecture hall, where you might feel like one face in a crowd of hundreds, in a club setting, you start to feel seen. You're surrounded by people who share your passion, your curiosity, and your drive. That feeling of connection makes all the difference. And that's what I want for all of you, to find those spaces, to find the rooms where you feel welcome, supported, and inspired. And you will have the perfect opportunity to do so during Guildfest, which will be held from September 2nd to the 6th. During Guildfest, every club and society will be out in full force. You get to walk around, talk to the members, see what they're about, and sign up for the ones that excite you. Whether you want to sharpen your leadership skills, get involved in causes you care about, or just have fun and try something new, Guildfest is the time to dive in. And to make it easier, the club handbook for the 2025-2026 academic year will be released at the start of the semester. That handbook will include the full list of all the active clubs, what they do, how you can get in touch with them. So if you miss anything during Guildfest, don't worry, you also have all the information you need to get involved. As you settle in and get used to campus life, I encourage you to explore widely and try something that pushes you outside of your comfort zone. The clubs and communities you choose to join now can shape your time at the UWI in so many powerful ways. So again, welcome. I look forward to seeing all of you at Guildfest, and even more importantly, I look forward to seeing you take up space in ways that reflect who you are and what you love. The campus has so much to offer you, and I promise so do you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Anula. I think it was important for us to hear from your very own Guild Vice President. And Anula is really encouraging you to find your interest. And if your interest doesn't exist in terms of an existing club, you can actually decide to create a club. And there are ways to go about doing that, right? So in my time on campus, it was exciting because I figured, there was no Communication Studies Association. And my friends and I just, ran down to the Yale and we decided, yeah, we want to do this. And it was sustained for quite some time. And so I'm saying to you, this is a place where you really discover your authentic self. As long as you are managing your academic journey well, the half balance of that requires that you get involved in campus life or out of classroom learning. And so we thank you so much for the opportunity to share with you today, and we look forward to definitely seeing you all at Guildfest and all the other Guild-related activities. Over to you, Jarrell.
Thank you so very much, Amanda. And students, you know the drill by now. We share love with our presenters. Yes, we heard from Miss Noella. We heard from your Guild Vice President as well. Just sharing with you so many things that you can look forward to from the Guild, and also understanding, as you've heard, that there is a space for you to explore your leadership, explore and develop your leadership potential. Anula, I don't want you to go just yet. I think that we have to make a plug for the Guild's digital platforms. So if you're still on with us, I just want to invite you, how can persons stay connected with the Guild?
Hi, so the Guild is on Instagram and TikTok at UWE Guild. I'll send it in the chat. I'll also like to use this as an opportunity to send you guys the club handbook from the 2024-2025 year, where you can see some of the clubs that we had before and you'll be seeing again. So I'll send it over in the chat.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Anula. So you're a Guild Vice President, and we heard as well from Ms. Noel, Manager of the Guild Administrative Office, inviting you not just to connect with the Guild, but to explore your leadership potential right here at the St. Augustine Campus. So students, how are we feeling? Are we good? We are sort of wrapping up, but you know that, if you've been here for the last few weeks, you know that we have still some exciting things to come up, right? But I just want to recap real quick. Today we spoke about hall accommodation. We spoke about the opportunity available for you to live on one of our UB halls of residence, an incredible experience, and take it from me, someone who actually lived on hall as well. So we invite you to apply to to experience what hall life is and that community. And of course, we shared some information with you. All right. So that was one thing that we heard today. We heard as well about the SLDD, another one of our departments within the DSSD, speaking about the wealth of support services and resources available, and also highlighting that which we have in place for our students with disabilities and medical conditions. We spoke briefly about scholarships, bursaries available through our financial advisory services department within the DSSD. And of course, if you were a part of Smart Start Session 2, where we looked at fees and finance and all things funding, you would have gotten some more insights. So if you missed it, we will share that link with you so that you can revisit and that you can re-engage with the information. But a key takeaway is that the application period for incoming students for scholarships and bursaries, that period is August 25th and it will close on the 30th of September. So you definitely want to visit the Scholarships and Bursaries website. We heard as well about the Student Activity Center and that space being all about community and services available through the SAC. We spoke about leveling up with C3. We heard from Ms. Mitchell, Faith and Brittany, past students as well, benefiting from the programs and the opportunities available through our careers, co-curricular and community engagement team. And we just heard from the Guild Administrative Office talking about student leadership. And of course, you heard from your Guild Vice President. So that's some of the things that we covered. All right, so I'm hoping that by now, you are reassured that you made the right choice, the St. Augustine Campus, and you're reassured that through the DSSD, you are poised to really benefit from a holistic university experience. You are poised to benefit from holistic development, all right? You will hear us use that term quite a lot because it's very, very important. We want you to understand that university is a time, a period in your life for you to develop holistically. All right, so we definitely want that to stick. So students, we want to shift gears a little bit. We've gone through our departments. You have a better sense now of what's available to you through the DSSD. And before we capture some feedback from you, I want to invite Joseph, my colleague Joseph Patty, to run through some important terms with you as well. All right. So Joseph, I'm handing over to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Elder. Again, congratulations and welcome all of our incoming first years. You should be exceptionally proud of yourself. This is a huge milestone, so don't downplay that achievement at all. We just wanted to run through some quick terms that we might have learned today, or terms that are just important for you to know as an incoming student. And the first one was the DSSD. So you've heard DSSD mentioned so many times in this session. That's the Division of Student Services and Development. And they really cater to your holistic needs. They cater to your development, both inside and outside of the classroom. So that's a really, really core term that you want to know. There are 9 departments in the DSSD. I am not going to list out all of them because you've been hearing about them for this session so far. A very, very important and wonderful organization that you want to get involved with your university experience. When I was a student, I did definitely maximize my time, both at the Guild and at the DSSD, to really help me grow holistically, and it's something that I definitely encourage you all to do. The second term that I wanted to bring across to you all is FYE. You all have been seeing it, you all have been participating in it. The FYE is a program, it's called the First Year Experience Program, and it encompasses all these orientation initiatives that cater to ensuring that your transition to university life is as comfortable, productive, and enjoyable as possible. So all the Smart Start sessions, all the incoming sessions, all the great things that we have in store, ensure that you do participate in it. FYE, or First Year Experience, there is nothing else like it in Trinidad and Tobago. It is a wonderful, wonderful program. So make sure that you are involved at all times with your First Year Experience. And the third term that I want to run by you all this session is the Guild of Students. You all heard multiple times about the Guild of Students throughout many of our sessions. You all heard from our Guild Admin Office Manager, Ms. Amanda Best-Noel, as well as Mr. Nuala Archer, your Guild Vice President. And the Guild is really the advocating force behind the student experience. They cater significantly to your engagement on campus outside of the DSSD, and it's a really great organization to get involved with that will propel you forward through your university life and beyond. So I definitely encourage you all to get involved as much as you can. Ensure that when you leave, when you graduate, that you're not just graduating with a degree in hand, you're graduating with an experience, you're graduating with something that you can remember, you're graduating with something that you're better for. So ensure that you do that, and make sure that you follow us on Instagram at DSSD_UESCA. Ensure that you keep up to date because we're engaging you both in person and online. So make sure that you double tap every time you see one of our posts. Right, guys? Thanks, Mr. Alder. Back over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Patty. All right, wonderful. So some terms, right? And students, if you visit our FYE website, you also see a section there with some other terminology. You know that each week we've been introducing you to some terms, whether it be acronyms, or just important terms for you to get familiar with. All right, so we are encouraging you to visit our FYE website if you have not already done so. There's a list of many other terms for you to get familiar with. So please take the time to check that out. All right, so our next segment is equally exciting. I have my colleague, Miss Megan Supli, on standby.
We are going to jump right into our trivia segment for this week. So first, we just want to congratulate our winner from last session, session 3, Anthony Siraj. If you are on, congratulations from all of us here at the DSSD. Everyone give some love to Anthony in the chat with all the emojis. Wonderful. I'm seeing them coming in. All right. So if you all have the answer to our trivia questions, you're just going to raise your hand. And when I call on you, you will give me the answer. So first question. How many departments are under the DSSD? That's a Division of Student Services and Development. I am seeing Karima Thompson.
9.
9. Excellent. Thank you, Karima. And if you can just direct message me your name, your email, and your contact number, so I will message you later on. Thank you and congratulations, Karima. Second question. If you all have been listening to our previous segment with Mr. Joseph Patty, you all will have the answer to this one. What would you say is the main function of the DSSD? Anaya, you can unmute your mic.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay, so it's basically to provide holistic and out-of-classroom development for students.
Excellent, Anaya. So, Anaya, you can go ahead and message me as well, your details, and I will be in touch after this session. So congratulations, and thank you all once again. And I will hand over back to Mr. Alder.
And in the meantime, I want to say a sincere thanks to all of our DSSD team members. If you can show them some love as well in the chat. Yes, all of our DSSD team members who took the time to share with you today. We definitely want to say thank you to them. Of course, you heard from your Guild Vice President as well, so we want to show some love. So let's say thanks to everyone that took the time to share. And I'm getting the cue that we have responses from the majority of you as it relates to our polls. We want to say thank you. I'm still going to give about 60 seconds before we officially close, but we do have some good responses coming in, but I'll give about 60 seconds more before we close. I'm also going to address some questions that I've received privately. I know that there's been a question about the academic calendar. So this will be published very soon. And of course, the academic calendar is a very important resource that summarizes for you key dates. So start of semester, when is registration going to start, when does it end? And of course, registration includes the payment of fees, etc., your course selection, etc. On the academic calendar as well, you'll also see dates for exams, among other things. So we're asking you to hang tight. That academic calendar will be published very, very soon. A reminder that this is a part of our campus's first year experience program, this initiative that we call Smart Start, part of our campus's first year experience program. So there is a website dedicated to all things orientation. All right. So if you have not already made your way over to that website, we're encouraging you to do so. So many resources. We also have a new student orientation guide. All right. So you want to download that. You want to spend some time familiarizing yourself with everything that you need to do. So students, our academic year, the new academic year on campus will start in just a few weeks. So we're officially counting down. So we're hoping that you're excited. We're hoping that you are looking forward to this new adventure. All right, we are definitely looking forward to welcoming you. So keep participating in FYE. It will only benefit you as you prepare for your first year of study with us at the St. Augustine Campus. So I'm going to end the poll now. We have some fantastic responses coming in. And students, I want to say thank you so very much once again for sharing your feedback with us. All right, so a few house announcements before we wrap today's session. FYE continues. All right, it does not end today, it continues. So you want to be sure that you are participating. All right, our regional and international students, you want to look out for the initiatives that are specific to you. All right, we have some really great things planned for you. So we want to ask you to ensure that you participate. All right, so keep checking the FYE calendar. Students with disabilities and medical conditions, as we heard in the chat earlier, we have an orientation that's coming up on the 11th of September. So you definitely want to be a part of that. I've also gotten some questions about the student portal. Just a gentle reminder that we do have UE Clicks that's coming up within the next few weeks as well. So we are encouraging you to stay tuned to your email. All invitations will be sent to you. Of course, those of you who are registered for our FYE mixers, we're looking forward to seeing you next week as well. All right. So students, we have come to the end of our program today and our fourth and final session of Smart Start. We trust that the information and advice and insights shared with you today and over the last few weeks, we trust that this is very, very useful to you and that the experience has helped with your confidence as you prepare to start out your new semester in just a few weeks. The countdown is on, right? Remember, your first year experience continues with a number of exciting orientation events coming up later on this month as well as in August. So we encourage you to stay tuned to your email, as was mentioned before, for all of the invitations. Visit our FYE website, check out our calendar of events that's coming up, stuff in August all through September. And of course, be sure to stay connected with us on all social media platforms, including Instagram and our FYE YouTube channel. A recording of today's session will be made available in just a few days. So thank you once again. We look forward to seeing you at our next FYE event. And until then, thank you, stay safe, and do enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment,
share, and subscribe.